Hello there, and welcome to video number 15 of Adventures at 50 No Limit. Before we begin, our current bankroll is minus $48 since the beginning of the series. And Happy New Year's. Today is New Year's Day. So I am hoping to start the new year off on the right foot and hopefully win some money today. We're going to start with just two tables of 25-cent and 50-cent no limit Texas Hold'em on Bovada. I keep forgetting these tables aren't modded, so it surprises me when they pop up this strange green color every time. So yes, we've lost. I think we passed maybe 4 sessions. 2. Well, no, we kind of did a really long session that we split up into a bunch of videos. I don't even remember how it went. I know we lost and then won and then lost. But the last two videos, I think we lost a buy-in in each one. So coming into this video, we are down 100 over the last, or like 2 buy-ins over the last 2 sessions. Coming into this one, I shouldn't say sessions. So it was the last session split into multiple videos. I'm gonna start by opening this ace jack on the right table. And yeah, kind of confusing. Sorry, I'm not feeling very well once again. I've been coughing a lot. Hopefully that doesn't happen during this video. I'm going to start with the c-bet on this ace-high flop on the right table. And just going to fold this king-7 on the left. And I actually, today, Bovada's having a bunch of tournaments, or they're not, I mean, not a bunch of tournaments, but they added a, I think it's like 10 tournaments with guarantees for New Year's Day, kind of like a promotion type thing. So I was hoping to potentially play one or a couple of those while streaming. I know this is supposed to be all at 50 No Limit, but I think we can play a couple tournaments. Just see how that goes. But I don't. The one I wanted to play, or at least be ready to stream, was, I think it's event 10, which is a $15 tournament. And I don't think it starts. Yeah, this one, it doesn't start for another, I think, 2 hours. Which I should have planned better, but maybe there's something else that we could play. $5 rebuy. This one looks good. This super stack. $15. 3,000 guaranteed. So maybe we'll play one of these tournaments also. Sure. Let's try that. So this is a $15, 3,000 guaranteed super stack. So I think we're starting with 5,000 chips. Looks like the blinds are 10 minutes long. And first place will be like, I think it was 600 is what's guaranteed, or around there. So we'll just kind of, it's 9-handed as well, so it's going to be probably pretty slow. We'll just put this, that might be confusing, but we'll start with that over there. Maybe there's something else we want to play too. Kind of a small field 6 max. I'm going to open this 10 jack on the left table. Looks like it starts with 1,500 chips. Average is 1,800 right now. I will be c-betting this as we flop second pair. 150 is fine. Oh, and I didn't even check what time we started. We'll say 5:20. Maybe I'll make these videos a little bit longer today, because if we're playing tournaments, then it's going to be probably a long session, or hopefully it's a long session. So I'll probably make these like 30 to 40 minute videos, if that's the case. If we bust out of this tournament and if we play any others, then I will not make them longer, but I think we'll start with just like a little bit less than half pot C bet on this right table. I mean, it's a pretty dry flop. I think we'll get folds a decent amount of time. And we still, I guess we fold that over here. Still have 2 overs and backdoor flush draw, I believe. Whatever they folded, that's fine. I think I might just play this one too. It looks, I mean, it's a really small field and small prize pool, but might be fun just to add another tournament in the background, so sure. We will play that one too, it looks like. Well, let's try tiling and see what that does. Hopefully this doesn't, okay. It's kind of awkward sizes on the tables. Wow, this is not gonna work. Because I can't even see what's going on. Okay, we're just gonna fold these 3s after it's been 3-bet and 4-bet. So can I go back to how I had it? There's the default. No. Okay. Sorry, this is probably very hard to watch. Okay. I'll put the 2 50 no limit cash games where we have been having them in the on the bottom 2, and then I'll try to put these other 2 just kind of to the upper left. Hopefully that works. Okay. Go over there. Let's put you off to this side. Okay. All right. And then I still am not able to, I have to be able to see this too. So that's probably horrible, but we'll just leave it at that for now. And we're sitting out, of course. Okay. I guess we're just gonna fold this ace-10. I definitely think we could be playing that hand. And if we weren't screwing around, we probably would be, but I think folding is probably fine versus the 4x. No, it's probably bad to fold, but whatever. Or it's definitely a playable hand. Alright, so I think this is the first time we 4-tabled too. I know we've done 3-table ball cash games in the past, and that was a very short period of time also, so I guess we're just going to fold the king-9 after the raise and call. Could have played that one as well. So this one was, I think, this was the $5 6 max. I think there was like 30 people in it. I just want to double check, make sure. We could 3-bet here. I think I'm just gonna call. Maybe make a small 3-bet. Sure. Small 3-bet's fine, I think. Kind of different. I think we could call. We could make like a normal for raise it to 4.5, which is what I think our standard 3-bet would be. It's kind of interesting how it went under the gun, and then we're the next position to act. So I don't know if that plays a major role. I'm going to start with the C-bet. All right, let me just look at this real quick. Average is 2,000. So we get to play a pot. First place looks like it's $66 currently. How much longer? Registration is open for like another 30 minutes. Okay. And I will gladly call on this left table. Oh boy, he's got quite a few outs. And he does get there. Good thing he only had $7. And okay, I think we're all set up. Good to go. As I mentioned, today is New Year's Day. So happy New Year's to everyone out there that is watching. All 3 of you. Being optimistic that there are 3 people watching this, but whatever. So I get this is all I guess just gonna count towards the bankroll. I mean, I know the series is titled Adventures at 50 No Limit, but I think as long as we have a 50 no limit game going, it will be just fine. I will open this Jack 4 if it's fold to me, which it's not, so I'll just fold. I'm not gonna play the 3-8. And so I think I'm not gonna pay that. I'm gonna pay more attention to these two cash games. And these, I guess, we'll just have in the background, kind of play straightforward-ish. Just going to call with the ace-3. And looks like we have 50 big blinds here. Plenty over here. He does just check. I will start with the c-bet. Folding the jack-5 from the big blind. I will open this 6-7. It's a pretty marginal hand, but I think it's fine. What happened here? Oh, where we called with the queens, okay. So I guess since we have kind of all this chaos going on with the tournaments and stuff, we're not going to be able to keep a clean running bankroll, and this is probably going to be a multi-video session, so I guess we'll just auto top off or not auto top off, but we will top off when we are below. Discipline fold with the ace-2. I will be raising on this ace-10 here from the button. We do get called, and he min bets into us. I'm not going to fold. I think we could potentially raise here. I think I'm just going to call, though. And he bets minimum again. I don't necessarily think our raise... I don't think he's folding that often to our raise, especially he is very deep. I think getting such great odds, I think it's fine to call again, though. I mean, I guess it is somewhat possible that we do have the best hand in ace high. I think I'm just going to be folding now, though. Yeah, I guess we're just folding. I guess our tournament poker game is worse than our I don't think you showed, no. Than our cash game play, so this will be interesting. Okay, it looks like we just fought with the 9s on this bottom left table, and we did flop a set. And it checks to us. Interesting. I'm going to lead small, something like $2. There is a flush draw, and straight draw is 10 queen flopped a straight. I guess we can try opening this 8-10 on the bottom right. Both players do call on this bottom left table. And the small blind checks again. So this is a spot, okay, and he leads $11 into us. I don't think I'm folding. I guess we're just calling. I think raising could be fine. I was going to mention, okay, and we do river the full house. So I think we're basically going with this hand on this bottom left table. He does check to us, though, which is interesting. I will start with a call on this bottom right. I'm going to, I guess, go for just like a... I guess I'm going to try jamming here, I think, actually. And I guess we can try talking about this hand after. Yeah, okay. So I'm not even gonna. Okay, on the flop. I'm not even gonna try to talk. Okay, so on the turn. Okay, we'll start with the flop. It checks to us on the flop, and we bet small, less than half pot, $2. We're called by both the small blind and the big blind. And then on the turn, it checks to the initial raiser, who bets out pot. So in that situation, I guess we could be raising. I think raising would be fine. I don't. So what I was gonna say. Okay, this is really confusing now. But back to the flop. When both players just both check call, and on that kind of a wet flop, I would think that any really strong hand would be going for a check raise, given that there is a flush draw and the straight draw out there. So when they both do check call, I assume that they are, or I'm not, I mean, I guess, lightly putting them on some sort of marginal hand or a draw. Looks like we got 3-bet here, and I'm gonna call. Not the best of flops. So I don't think, I mean, that might be narrowing their range too much by saying that they don't have strong hands. I think I'm just going to check what I'm be check calling here. Or most likely check calling. He does min bet again. So this is the player that min bet us a ton. Or not a ton, but he min bet 3 streets on the previous hand we were involved in. I'm just going to fold these 10s on the bottom left. This looks like we're just folding on the bottom right. Alright, so I guess with that hand, I wish I could mark it. We'll try to go back and find it, minimize it, and then if, like, once we bust some tournaments, we can go back and talk about that hand. Because I am not going to be able to give it enough time while 4-tabling. And we all know how hard talking can be for me at times. So let's just try to find that hand. Which was not that hand. This hand. And he did have just a king. Okay. Just call for a button. Okay, just giving up with the 3s up here. So yeah, I wish we could. I wish when they showed like the hand replayer that you could like they all were default not showing opponent's hands. Then you can like click to show the hands or something. Because I feel like now that we know he had a king, that might I wouldn't assume he had a king the way he played it. But now that we know he had a king, it might skew our discussion about that hand, which is something we don't want. But whatever. We can go back and talk about our decisions throughout the hand. And we'll wait till we bust some of these tournaments to do that. So, moving on. I'm going to raise this ace-king on the bottom right, as well as this ace-queen on the left table. Try something like 2.5x. And calling from the small blind with 9-queen. I mean, this hand is pretty good for a limped pot and being in the small blind. I guess we time out over here. And so we time out check on the flop after we raise pre-flop. So he could be... I think we're just going to fold this left hand over here after being... yeah, okay. What is going on? So over here, I think he could be betting with like whatever he has after we check the flop, timeout check. And I think I don't see any point in betting. I mean, the flush should get there on the turn. We could be calling this river. Okay. Yeah. Maybe 4-tabling was a bad idea. So we just called we called in that hand from the small blind. 4-tabling disasters. I think that's going to be the title of this video. I'm checking. And we're sitting up. Okay. I can't, like, I don't have any noises enabled, which might help, but I think that's very annoying for video purposes, so um, not that that matters, but I don't think we should be timing out, as we have done a couple times already in this video. Just gonna fold the ace-3. I'm gonna call from the big blind here. I don't really want to be 3-betting versus the under the gun open range. Is that even am I even making sense? I don't really want to be 3-betting there. I think calling's fine given that there is another player. We have a good hand, but we really don't want to be facing a 4-bet, or we can't face a 4-bet really. And I think it's safe to assume that whatever he is potting from under the gun, he is probably not folding to a 3-bet. So I don't see a point in 3-betting there. Just going to fold over here. We are getting decent odds from the big blind, but as you can see, we suck from the blinds. This looks like a fun hand. And I think I'm just going to limp too. I want to preserve my stack. We could raise here, but I think just limping and trying to see a flop cheap in position with a suited ace is fine. And we... Okay, we're timing out. I would have called this hand. Alright, this is... Maybe we'll just play this in mute, and then interesting hands we can come back to. Alright, just checking. So yeah, I think limping there was fine. I think you could raise, but given our stack size, I mean, if we 3-bet, actually our stack is, we could have been jamming, I guess, is the decision. And limping is probably actually bad for us there. God. Videos are hard. Okay, fold now. So maybe a 6-max tournament was a bad idea, because this one's kind of easy. We can kind of, not really pay attention, just have it in the background. But I feel like this one's going to actually need some attention. So I guess we'll be playing pretty tight on the cash game tables and trying to split our attention to all 4 games. Just got the min bet down here. I'll be playing the jacks on this table. We do have close to 30 big blinds on this upper left table, so I think set betting would be fine. I'm just gonna fold though, given... Okay, here I'm just gonna jam. God, I'm not even... Here I'm going to 3-bet. Here I'm just gonna fold my 2s. This could be a spot where we could call and set mine, but I guess we're just trying to preserve our stack and not really be wasting... Not necessarily wasting chips, but yeah, sure. Just folding the ace-8. Gonna min raise this king-10. I'll try raising something small. This is limped from Under the gun, I'll just fold this ace 2. Yeah, I think tournaments was a bad idea, given that we are struggling with our cash game play as of late. We have not played tournaments in a while. I know I've played tons of tournaments in the past, but none as of recent, and definitely none on video, where I'm trying to like talk through plays and make plays that I can talk about, or at least explain. So now is not the best time to be experimenting with that. I think I guess I'm just 3xing this Jack Queen on the right table. We flatted the 3s on this bottom left table. We did not flop a set, so I think we are just basically done with this hand on the left table. In this table, or in this 6-max tournament up here, our stack is at 12 big blinds. So we're going to be looking for spots, basically just playing shove or fold, or push or fold. And I think this is just standard speed. It's not even a turbo or anything. I'm sure the blinds are, the levels aren't, like it's not turbo, but there's still, it's not, still not like the best structure. I don't even know how to find the structure. 12 minutes, so I guess, I mean, this is fine, but looks like it's we're just getting short over here. 540. I think I said I was stopping the video at 540. Maybe we'll keep it going. So I'm going to open this ace queen suited. Basically for just a min raise. We are from pretty early position. And it does fold around. Okay, I'm gonna open this 10 queen on the bottom left. Get me out of here. Folding. I guess just call. I was gonna 3-bet over here. This is check to us. We did open pre-flop, the big blind called. Flop top pair. Just checking over here. I think I'm going to start by calling. We have a backdoor flush draw to the king high flush. We have a 3 straight. We have 2 overs. He could have nonsense. Kind of. He min raised pre-flop. Pretty dry. Well, I mean, flop was pretty dry. We do pick up our flush draw, but do not get there on the river. Should we be taking a stab at this pot? I think so. I think he folds a decent amount of time, okay. Given that he just c-bet and then check back on the turn. We do turn a set over here. Kind of an interesting turn as the third diamond comes and a straight draw gets there. I guess we just call here. Or I'm going to raise, I guess, to 6. I think we are still getting value from hands we are beating. And that's a wonderful river for us. So I think we were getting value on the turn still by hands that picked, like it checked through on the flop, and I think he could have picked up a lot of equity on the turn, given his range of hands. Like a lot, he could have easily turned a lot of single diamonds that now have flush draws, and like random nines or random other straight cards where he picked up straight draws. So I think raising, we're still getting a ton of value from those hands. And yeah. And he does cost on the river. So I think we have a hand already open. So maybe he turns something like tune pair, or, which is unlikely because we turned a set. So yeah. Okay. All right, this table is on break on this top left one. Maybe we can calm down. Oops, didn't mean to click that. Do I even dare pull this hand up right now? Maybe not. Maybe we should just wait. Yes. Gonna raise these pocket fives on the bottom right table. Just folding from the big one with ace two, I guess. No. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We're gonna shove this ace king over here on this right table. I'm just gonna fold over here. I will open this 10-8 if it's folded to me. Do you need something?
No.
I can help you. Who is that hooded figure in the background? So we did get folds on this when we shoved on this last hand. I think we'll just try calling here. I mean, we are really short with only 12 big blinds, but we're only risking 50 to fold. We will be opening this one. Yes, we will. Interesting spot here. I think we're just going to jam with ace-9. I mean, he is limping from under the gun, but we are pretty short, and I wouldn't mind losing, to be honest, to get us back to 3 tables, which was much more easy to handle. Okay, as we time out over here. I'm going to start with a call on this bottom right table. And we are dominated, but we do get there on the turn on this top right table with our flush draw. Okay, we're folding now on this bottom right. And versus this limp, I think I'm just gonna fold now. I was going to be raise calling his shove. The guy in the big blinds, assuming he's shoving this hand. Yes. So yeah. But okay, so with that, I think I'm going to end this video. It's been, I think, more than 30 minutes. And what I'm actually going to do is I think I'm just going to keep playing and then wait until I get deep in either one of these tournaments and quit the cash games and just come back with the tournaments, or I will, if I bust the tournaments, I'll just come back with the cash games, because I think 4 tables is too many to try to be able to talk about as much as I should. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here, and I will be back soon with the second half of the session. Thank you for watching.